Morning, top of the morning, back at it again with another one, and we're looking at the Nasdaq. We're on the M5 time frame right now, and it looks like we caught the bottom. We caught the bottom, and we're currently riding this trade up. I'm paper trading. I'm not trying to mess up the account. I'm just practicing. Always gotta be in the gym, sharpen up the skill, and what I'm expecting is for price to not trade below this order block. We'll see what it does. I should rather just take my stop loss and trail it to just under this candle here. So I'm just gonna quickly do that. Like I said, I'm practicing my trade management and procedure and how I'd behave if I was in, say, like a trade and such. So that's done. Let's talk more on it. So I got to the obviously time of day, silver bullet time for the London session. We're just chilling. Perhaps I should have taken profit there. We'll see what's up in hindsight. But yeah. That double top there. This level is a bit too fresh. I'm looking at this being the draw or where price will lead up into. We've taken liquidity here, went down, went up. I'm looking at this as an inversion, so I don't expect price to even come back down. But like I said, we'll see in retrospect. So I have a tool that allows me to catch bottoms, and we're gonna watch it work today in real time while I explain it to everyone, right? So I'm just gonna zoom out, pay it no mind to the numbers. Let's focus here. So we have two charts. We have the Nasdaq over there on the 5 minute and the US 500 on the 5 minute as well, right? So as you can see, they both stock indices, etc. Whatever. We're not gonna really go into the technicals, but they're pretty closely correlated. Can notice there that peak there that was made on the 21st of March. It's at 350 on this one chart here. On this other chart here, it's also at 350, same date. So roundabout movement is the same. So in a past life, I'd use an RSI to give me a further confluence that price is about to reverse direction or not. And yeah, it was a hit or miss. Now, after 4 years of study and hunting, I've been privileged to come across something that would offer you even more accurate results as opposed to using an RSI, of course, if it's applied in the right context and etc. But also it's free. It's free and it's been there the whole time. So let's talk about it. I personally specialize in trading stock indices, primarily the Nasdaq. But because we know that the US 30, US 100, and the US 500 tend to move in the same direction, more so with the S&P and the Nasdaq, they are highly correlated. But there are times where the correlation cracks, and this occurs just before or as price is changing trend. And that is the principle that was used to allow me to catch this move to the upside, the scalp here. I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna show the lipstick now. So I want you to notice. Okay, of course this is there. I'm gonna just move that out the way for now, just so we can focus. Positions, orders. Okay. All right. So we first just gonna speak on. Let me just move this order block for now. Like I said, that's our current drawn liquidity. I'm looking for price to trade up into this area. But now we have these two charts side by side, and I'm going to be taking us close into looking at a few things. We're going to start off with, we had the higher high, lower high, higher low. We had that peak over there, and then price went down. I want you to notice that area there on the Nasdaq chart, and that area there on the US 500 chart. You notice how on this one we have like the lows of that correction are sloping up, whereas the lows on this correction are sloping to the downside as price begins to rotate or change direction. Same thing, let's look at the top there. On this chart, it's sloping to the downside, whereas on this chart there, it's sloping to the upside, just before price makes a move to the downside. Another one is here, before the top one is this one here, this correction. Before 1, 2, we had the 3 trend line touches, or 4 technically, or whatever you want to say. We had this correction before we started moving to the upside, and we had this correction as well. In this situation, or that fractal, the lows of the correction are sloping up, and this one is sloping down. Then price returns or changes direction. Same thing here with this one over there and this one over there. With the Nasdaq, it's sloping slightly up. With this one here, it's sloping to the downside. Random? I think not. And now it brings us to the current or most recent price low, where I took the trade. Saw it right over there. You can see it sloping up, sloping down. This is a concept I learned from my mentor. It's called SMT, Smart Money Techniques, and it's essentially a tool that you can use to gain a bit of additional confidence to say that price is about to change direction or reverse. If I was looking for sells, you can see we'd look at the highs, obviously. If we're looking for buys, we'd compare the lows. Interesting, right? Go into your own charts and check it out for yourself. This is if you trade indices, right? So US 100 and US 500. In my personal experience, that's where I'm seeing this phenomena play out consistently. And it would be nice if during the course of this video, just boom, and then we have our proof there. But it's looking slightly heavy, like I said. Let's just focus in on this one, and then that. Whereas on this one here, price was sloping more to the downside. Just gonna zoom into the candle so that you could see, right? Just like that. Now let's zoom into this chart. So obviously we had drawn liquidity. I'm just gonna speak more on the entry technique just now. Now that we have the context about the tool, it's pretty straightforward. Just look for the Kraken correlation. So US 100 and US 500 move in the same direction generally most of the time. When we have an extended price run and we are anticipating a reversal, we'll look for the condition where if we're looking for buys, we'll look for the one to slope up and the other one to do the opposite direction. That'll give us an indication that, oh, okay, but to change directions. Just like zoom in a bit more, put it side by side so we can just see. You can see with the one chart and the other one. Alright, just like the same fractal there. The low there, sloping low high, sloping up high, sloping down low, sloping up low, sloping down there, sloping up before it moved up. and now we're here with this one sloping to the upside and that one sloping slightly to the downside. And that's SMT, looking for that crack in correlation. And then once you have that, of course, if the context, time of day and such are also making sense, you're in line with the higher time frame, order flow, the basics, then you have a tool that allows you to easily qualify trades very nicely. That's if you so decide to base your trading or use this as a catalyst for entries. It's pretty nice, pretty straightforward as well. You can, for the forex traders, I haven't forgotten you can expect the same phenomena in the euro dollar and the pound dollar. Those two pairs, they tend to also move in the same direction, or they are closely correlated. The same principle using here for the US 100 and the US 500 can also apply for the cable and the euro. Cable is GBP USD. So we're gonna go in here, zoom in, just to speak more on the entry, or why I opted to purchase when I did. Of course, the SMT, and as well as time of day, it was at 3 in the morning, yes, Eastern Standard Time. That's the London Silver Bullet window. Speak more on the Silver Bullet if you don't already know from ICT. And I saw we had a strong reaction after we took the buy side liquidity here. So you see these relative equal lows, low key. We purged down into that, began to accumulate, had an expansion, price came back, and then I also noticed this, the order block there. Put down the no, not FaceTime, man, I don't need that now. So the order block, I'm looking at this last down close candle over there. I'm gonna plot a trend line, pull it to the right hand side. I'm gonna add the template for order block, and as you can see there, we had a nice price reaction. So we hit that level, or the order block went down. The wicking gave me an indication that we're respecting this. This was also in line with the fact that we had the SMT on the ES, looking at the fact that at the time it was 3. And another thing that also gave me further confluence was quarterly theory. If you haven't watched the quarterly theory indicator video, I'll paste it on at the end credits of this particular one, but be sure to check it out, because yeah, this is a very clutch tool. It's free as well on TradingView, so I give all the details about it, how you get it, like just the breakdown in that other video. So I'll put it up, you'll see. But as you can see, we were in quarter 3 of the New York session. So this is the weekly, what's this? Yeah, this is Friday, the day split into the various quarters. This was the manipulation of quarter 2. So I entered during Q3 of quarter 2, right, for the day. And yeah, I went for it, and so far so good. Now we're currently pushing, so you can see those multiple confluences. Let me just write it down. Time of day, okay, so the time of day, that was the one confluence. We had the SMT with US 500. Quarterly theory, so Q3 of London session. And the order block. Right, those are the confluences we're using, or that, oh yeah, when you had drawn liquidity, think that's the first and main important thing. That's the first thing I noticed. Bullish draw on liquidity. Right, that's the first thing I personally really noticed. I was like, interesting, very interesting. And now then I took a look at obviously we got the entry going up. Now I'm looking at the left hand side, which is this price run. I'm looking at certain PD arrays that were acting bearish as price was pushing down. I'm looking at those same PD arrays to now act bullish, if I could put it like that. Because low key already I'm seeing a market maker model. As you can see, like that's the original consolidation, expansion, a retrace, which gives us our first stage accumulation, expansion, second stage accumulation, or distribution in this case since it's a sell. Yeah, first stage distribution, expand, second stage distribution, expand, fast smart money reversal, return. That's the first. Okay, I bought there, but this would be a place to load up and buy. So just say order block there. Now I'm looking at price to expand up again and then use this as another leg of support or another opportunity to buy. Let me just do that actually. Trading, buy, orders, positions. Yeah, let's let that fly. I'm gonna just buy 3, or I'm pyramiding in now. Buy 3 there. So if the idea is valid, price shouldn't drop below this order block over there. As you can see, got the change in the state of delivery, and we're getting support there. So I anticipate price just remaining above this and continuing its way to at least clear out the buy side, or at least hit here. So we got in there the smart money reversal essentially, or via that bullish order block, bought in there, went up, we bought again at this order block over here. I'm expecting us to go up and then find support above this up close candle and then make our way to close over there. So we're gonna see. Currently got 8 paper contracts on. I'm not on a live account. I'm just demonstrating or practicing, or back to forward testing. Forward testing. So that's the situation now. Like I said, I'm looking at these highs here, these very straight. I think I'm gonna be a bit more strict with where I take the profit. Move that there, have it like so. All right. Have my stop loss below this up close candle. I want to trail it up to there, if I'm being honest, but I'm being safe. I'll just keep it below this. So I have 1, 2, basically. I'm looking at this as a propulsion block, so an order block stacked on top of another order block. So I'd like to see an expansion to the upside. We're going to see. So I can see these highs are pretty even. I'm just going to glance over at the S&P. Okay. Go back to the Nasdaq. Still in profit. Price is coming down towards the order block. Like I said, I'd want to see us remain above this. Perhaps that's just accumulating there, but we are eyeing out this area over there. Nice expansion to the upside. Love to see signs that price is going to stay above this level there. It's another order block. Ignore my stomach, I'm fasting. Gonna pyramid some more here, just with one. I'll wait for it to trade back into this, then enter. Buy limit just got triggered. It's protecting us. Took liquidity there. Shut up. Next stop would be here. Probably take off like 6 there. Gonna take off 6 of my 9. Let the rest run up there. I mean, there's still all the space here though. You know what I'm saying? Still all that space. Perhaps I just have one runner. So I got one runner up there. I'm taking off 6 here. 6 out of my 9. I'll have 3 left. Take off 2 here. Two there. It's not much of a range. It's like 8 points. We'll see. Yeah, in my mind right now, this consolidation, expansion, retracement, add a sell. Expansion, retracement, add a sell. Expansion, reversal. So this area where sells were placed, I'm looking at that to now be an area where buys will be placed. Cognizant of low key, it looks like relative equal lows, but my stop is in play. No, I mean my stop, sorry. My stop's in play. Original entry is somewhere around there. About there, and about there as well. So we'll see what it's saying. Like I said, I'm anticipating us to expand to the upside. Gonna move the executions. Yeah, as I was saying, that market maker model, right? If you have time, check it out. I might speak on it. Let me know in the comments if you want me to speak on it. But like I said, accumulation, expansion, retracement, add a sell, expansion, retracement, add another sell, expand, take profits, right? Price shoots up. Where that was a sell area, I'm looking at that for support. Got that with that order block there. This area where it used to be used to sell, I'm looking for that to act as support. Just waiting for that to pend off. And then once you've gotten that additional confirmation, it's safe to assume that the next area will attack would be here. And then ultimately, these are very, very clean, equal, you know? Yeah. Can low-key say the same like thing. Accumulation, expansion, first stage of distribution, expand, second stage distribution, then expand further. You know? And that's that. here. You can see the fair value gap. Yeah, I know there's a lot going on. I just had to notice it. It's so nice once your eye starts just catching these things. See that? That would be the first entry. Second entry would be right over there for that second stage. Very nice. Looks like we're getting that support confirmation we were waiting on. Don't jinx the move, but now I'm waiting, looking for price to not trade below this down close candle. Looking at price to continue expanding to the upside. Just gonna glance over at the US 500. Just gonna look at those highs, sloping down there, sloping down here. No SMT as of yet. Continue watching the trade played out. It's gonna open up those executions with the labels. So as you can see, we bought 5 contracts right over there. We bought three more over there. We bought the one over here, right? So our smallest entry is about there. Second largest entry is right over there. It looks like we may get that nice expansion. So we have this order block there. It's low, or the low of this candle is there. And this one as well is there. If price trades below this candle here, right? So you just expose, okay, this stays there, but like, I'm just gonna put a line just to show you what I mean. I'll put that there. Just make that a different color so that it doesn't confuse people. Hopefully it doesn't. That red line, I don't expect price to trade below this red line. So that's, I'm going to trail my stop loss to now. Just below that. Okay, so I've been pyramiding. I'm pretty protected. At this point, I'd be kicking my legs up. You know, I ain't really tripping. Profits locked, just letting the trade play out, sorry. I'll take out the labels. I think I'll just leave the executions. Yeah, I'll leave the executions for now. So looks like we're getting the reaction we were anticipating. We're having an expansion move now off of that area where previously it acted as a first stage area of distribution in the previous market maker sell model. Fractal over there. Consolidation, expansion, first retrace, expansion, second retrace, expansion, then the reverse. We got in down at the low, saw the SMT, got in there, got in another one right above that first order block. Not the first one, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. And then we did the same procedure for this one. I'm not looking at price coming below this. I have the stop loss set. Let's just take a look, see. Numbers really don't matter. I was gonna look at the account and see how much numbers are fluctuating, but honestly, numbers don't matter, like, at all. Just gonna move this, put that red line over there just to delineate. Like I said, I want price to stay above this previous up close candle. First target is there, second target is over there, and then yeah, it's probably a long video, but I don't really make these for y'all, if I'm being honest. This is like my journal. I make it for myself to later on come back, review, see what's going on. So yeah, price range so far is about 40 points. And my mentor used to tell me that you don't really need much. If you can consistently find 25-point price runs, you can make a lot. And I'm starting to see that now. I don't really need an extremely long range, but if I manage to trade properly and I am meticulous and I don't do anything stupid when I'm presented with the chance to pyramid or load up more, if I do that responsibly and I'm in the right context and have the right confluences and I'm working within the right time of the day, that's a big game changer for me. Understanding time. You can see on this axis, right? I'm in the chart, there's two axes. There's the x-axis and the y. Y is the result of x. So you focus on what's constant. This is the price is the variable, time is the constant. So once I started like understanding that and focusing on the constant, which is the time, and looking for specific things in price at certain times, that's when the game really changed for me. Getting that expansion to the upside, very nice. About to hit our first sell limit. Nice expansion. That order block looks like we're respecting it. I've got 3 contracts on. Gonna bring up, where's the other, what is there? Gonna move my stop up, put it right about there. Just below that red line. I don't want to see price trade below that red line, but I'm looking at price to keep above this. I want this to act as a level of support and then continue to take us up to the upside. I'm just gonna leave that there. Gonna take a quick screenshot within video. It's kind of cool. Save to clipboard. I'm gonna tweet that later. I've got the stop loss on about, yeah. If it gets stopped out, nah, it's all good. You can see there, that's the next one. The smallest one is around about there. Stop loss. I'm just kicking my feet up, just watching, just observing. I'm still saying we're gonna hit this level here. There's too many stop orders there. There's stop loss orders from people who took the move low, and there's buy stop orders for individuals who want to trade or who want to go long upon the breakout. Also don't really have much, so I got the one runner. I'm gonna take 2 off after we clear that other high. Well, let me just maybe just take off the 1, leave the 2 runners. So I have the 2 runners. I'm just gonna quickly go to, okay, I think we've seen the confluences or the reasons why we entered. I'm just gonna remove that. I'm gonna go to the 15-minute time frame quickly just to get a better look and see what's up. So there's this fair value gap over here, price inverse head and shoulders, as you can see, neckline. So push above, hit there, and then expand to the upside. So it can either do that, or it can either reverse after hitting this level and catching out retail. Who knows? We'll see. Okay, I'm gonna look over to the US 500 quickly to peep for SMT. No, okay, both kind of sloping to the upside, so I guess we are in order. Gonna look back at the US 100. So yeah, right now I'm looking at us to trade up into this area here. There's a breaker. Not really a breaker, but just gonna mark that out. Okay, I'm gonna sell the 1 once you break that. That's a range of about 31 points. So I'll take another one off once you hit this as well. And then the rest, if we get up here, we'll take another one off. But the way it's looking, I think we're probably gonna go lower. High, 1. This one's higher than that one, so that's an intermediate term or a long term, whatever. sold off. It's looking like it could push up though. I don't know. We'll see. Then you can see price hovering just above our stop loss. Yeah, like I said, we just chilling right now. Not really tripping. Go back to the 5 minute. It's kind of interesting how former levels of support or resistance in the past come back to also provide support or resistance. By that I mean, I've highlighted this block. Let me make it a different color. Quickly. Okay, I'll just make it white. It's not a balanced price range. This is what I used to delineate that, but just to show, just to highlight it. So you see price push down, we had this up close candle, and then we proceeded to the downside as well, right? When you look to this side here, pushed over, found some support above it, went down, pushed off of it as well. And then this time around, let's just go to the 5 so you can see. Bounced off of it, support turned into resistance, sold down, got support from it, pushed up, and now we're here. Very interesting. So you got taken out once you took out this buy side here. You can see where it sold us off there. Now we're looking for price to clear out these highs here, or this very, very leveled area of price action. feel like this was a nice video. Opened up with the SMT, spoke on it, and then we we demonstrated how it works. For me personally, I'm really happy with how I'm managing trades, my logic in a dialogue, So it's a successful trade. Very nice. Time we've been in it, it's like about, it's an hour. Oh. Get that nice expansion. Can cut the video. Ain't trying to give y'all a very long one, but it is what it is. I just gotta try and pack it with as much sauce as possible. So current targets, it's obviously this level there, and then we'll look to take, this is an M15 fair value gap. Perhaps we hit that and then reverse. I'll be trailing my stop loss accordingly, of course, and then I'll just leave one more contract, and then if it is meant to be, we'll take out the high, which I doubt, but it's just the risk-free runner, so getting the expansion to the upside. Candles that once offered resistance and now offering support. Was once offering resistance, gave us support. Once offered resistance, it's not giving us support. As well as all the other PDRAs in this previous leg that would have acted as resistance. It's giving us support. Now let me just show you. Got the order block there. Have this fair value gap that's inversed. Order block. This order block as well. Have this supporting us and that down close supporting us. We shouldn't trade below this candle. My stop loss is currently set at this order block there, with this down close candle acting as support. Looking at price just to move up, tap that. And then we'll just trail the trade just beneath this. I'm looking at this whole price move to be a bullish order block. It's kind of like a wick, probably on the hourly. Yeah, then you look at the hourly for that long term. Wicked into this order block, hit it. Oh, so you basically entered within a wick. That's cool. And as you can see, that hourly, know what I'm saying? It's that hourly. I think, yeah, I'll take one off there. Yeah, fine. Take one off there. Take the other one off over there. And then, I don't know. We'll see. Back to the 5. So we have that higher time frame backing, if I can say it like that. Real quick, let me load up this tweet. If you don't know, now you know. Hit us up on Twitter, SCHMDII, SCHMDII. That's where we at with it. So I'm gonna throw this in. I be forgetting to put the watermark on though, for real. I be forgetting for real, you know? Trust the bias. Yo, I'm hungry. Gonna go whip up some breakfast after this. Are you still recording? Okay, my memory is still with me. I need to do some cleaning though. I got a message not too long ago or the other day that my Mac's almost full. It'll be embarrassing if I'm recording and then it just cuts mid, you know? So we entered during the Q3 quarterly theory. We now could probably see a reversal. Could see a reversal. Stop is in play. Risk-free trade right now. We're going to see what happens. We have 3 contracts on. I'm pretty confident. Just looked at the hourly. Hourly's telling us that we still have a way to go. Got some inefficiencies to fill on that time frame, so naturally the 5 minutes should gravitate towards the upside. About to take out some liquidity now. Still watching. Just gonna start cleaning the chart up, really. Quick glance to the US 500. Slope up here as well. We are in order. Ignore my stomach, I'm fasting. First to bounce off of that. Let me just look at the 15. Okay. Okay. We're going to see. Yeah, I'm actually gonna go make food. I'm gonna call it a day. I hope I gave some insight. Got my stops on, so I'm gonna go about life. We'll see what happens. Just gonna leave it to the market. And yeah, thank God for this skill.